Hey buddy, come on, let's go. Let's get outside. Here it is. Beautiful, sunny, green, and gorgeous. I think we're gonna go ahead and start planting some plants today. So, you may be wondering, when is a good time to plant plants? Well, I will tell you much sooner than what I'm getting to it. Let's take a look. Cucumber. So I have plenty of squash inside of the grow box that are large, in charge, and need to be on the ground. Typically, when you put them in the ground, they're going to have their two original seed leaves, and then at least two of their true leaves. And mine are ferociously big and need to be watered. You can see they're droopy. They need some water. So just depending on the type of plant, especially for stuff like the squash, they grow very quickly. So those can go into the ground early, especially now that it's nice. Things like onion and broccoli, you want them to be a little bit more hardy. My broccoli are still tiny, still stunted in growth. They're maybe an inch. But the onions and cucumber and squash can go in the ground. So we're going to spend the day doing that. Let's go. I'll walk this notebook over here so I have it so I can start planting. I think some of my bean plants started to sprout after I put them in the ground. I have to take a look at that. Watch out for dog poop. Alrighty, lots of dandelions. Oh, come on, gate. Boop. Ah, there we go. Gate is open. Ooh, it's muddy. Because of all the rain. We need to weed. That's what I need to do. Let's see, what are these plants right here? Ooh. So, I'm pretty sure this little guy and this little guy, this little guy, that one right there. So you can tell a difference between these leaves. This is a weed. This is just a vining weed. Got several of these vining weeds coming up. But this is different. That looks like a bean plant. I planted several around. Those look to be the only one. Oh, nope. One right there too. I think we got some bean sprouts going. I'm gonna have to look around and see what I'm seeing. No, maybe not. Although those are coming out of the hole, and it does have, those are coming out of a hole that I had made. They have little tiny vines on them. Right there. But they do look eerily similar to these. But these do not have the same vining apparatus coming off, and then definitely not those. And these leaves are much bigger and broader, and these ones are much more circular. So I really think those are some of the bean sprouts coming up. I was waiting to get that. And a beautiful dandelion just chilling. Hi, Dandy. It's a dandy. Alrighty. Start bringing some plants over. The dog is barking. Guess what? We have a surprise for you this morning. Because you slept, and I knew you would be sad because you didn't get to see your brother and sister this morning. But we have a surprise for you. Okay. Come on. Let's go look. It's in the kitchen. That happens. You get a little bit of snot nose sometimes from crying. Nope, it's hiding in the stove.
I don't want donuts.
Well, so long as you brush your teeth, you'll be okay.
Oh.
And say thank you to Addie. He was the one who got them for you. Yes, sir. All right, so based on my garden plans that I had, based on the garden plans, I had blocked out 3 spaces, which I have, based on how big I made them and the materials I had available. I have a 4th space. So I have this 4th space, and I have some potatoes that are rooting in the cellar in our pantry. I think I'm going to try to turn this into a potato garden. I've never done potatoes before. From what I understand, you cut out the eyes and you bury those, and they'll grow up like they'll start to have greens, and you cover them, and you constantly cover them, and they will spread. They don't actually go in the ground, they spread across the surface, and you get potatoes that way. So I'm going to put them in, see. I'll still put some other stuff in there, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to get out of it. So let's get these last couple of weeds out. I'm really excited for those grapes. I want to see a leaf on one of these grapes one day. There's no weeds in that area. There's one. One that I can see because green stands out against the brown. And I got it all along the walkway, but I'm not actually too worried about that. It'll just help break down the walkway. Let's get this jumble and bumble out. Let's go take this. We can start bringing plants over here. I'm going to bring plants and seeds because there's going to be lots of stuff I'm just going to go ahead and direct sow. Might take a couple of weeks for it to germinate and hit, but it's okay. We'll have a nice growing season. It'll last well into what it is that I want to do. Oh, the dogs. Come on, baby, let's put these seeds away. You throw all my seeds. Ready? Let's go. Got the first of the plants. You can help me carry it? Can you carry the basket? Stand up. Hold on to the basket. Now come this way with Mommy to the garden. Come on. Ready? Yes, there you go. All the way over. Nope, carry it. 2 hands. 1 hand. 2 hands. Ready, come on. There we go. Watch out. Here you go. Keep coming. Excellent. All the way over. Come on in. So, look at you. And then put these seeds down. Right. Yep, put them down right there. Oh, don't dump them. Oh, okay, never mind. We're dumping them. Thank you. Excellent. Now we got all the seeds out. Yeah, can you put them in? Thanks, bud. Alrighty. Let's get the first of the plants in. Let's go consult the handy dandy notebook. So here we are, mid-May, finally getting some stuff in the ground. Oh, let's check this out. All of these little guys. All these nice, I think there's radish on this side. Now I'm having a hard time. Radish over here. Beets over here. I think those are radishes. These are beets. There's less beets coming up, but that's okay. Just experimenting, see how each year goes. There's so much material, it's hard for it to grow. So, okay, handy dandy notebook. See what we got. Handy dandy notebook says we will be planting squashes along the front to help block the sun. So right here we have a yellow squash. Here's another yellow, so we can spread these out. We'll do a yellow squash right here. And then we can do another yellow squash right here. What else do we have in our handy dandy box of stuff? Here's a zucchini. Here's another yellow squash. Yellow squash is looking good. What else do we have ready to go? Spaghetti squashes and three pie pumpkins. The seeds actually came up. I wasn't sure. I just kind of crowded them in one. Honestly, not expecting any of them to grow. Pretty sure these seeds did not come from a bag, but they came from a pumpkin that I had just taken the seeds out of, and instead of creating another zucchini, some spaghetti squashes. So let's see here. So, what do we got? So based off the 3, eating cucumbers in the center, I can't do the peas there. They're going to have to go in the back. So we're trying to broccoli. Let's see what it says based on my notes. Things that go well together and things that do not. Okay, so let's check out the notes on things that go well and things that don't. Because I have an extra space and I have yet to get some stuff in the ground and my cattle panels for growing. Let's see. Where is my notes? Oh no! We had a note thing. Here's my perennials I want, the garden foods. Oh, here we go. Here they are. Okay, so tomatoes grow well with basil, celery, chive, onion, garlic, sage, parsley, mince, lemon balm, carrots, peas, squash, and calendula. Excuse me, I'm coming. There. So, based off of my notes from doing some investigation over the winter time trying to get my garden ready, when I had laid out the garden in the keyhole pattern, I really tried to make sure that when I wrote down stuff on there, that I would write it based off of what could grow together. And I think I have more squash plants than anticipated that came up, which is perfectly fine. I like lots of squash. I have not gotten certain things yet. I haven't gotten the lemon cucumbers. When I ordered seeds, those were one of the things that were out, so I guess I'm going to have to go in. But I do have both regular eating and pickling cucumbers. Oh, Really. So I do have quite a bit of cucumber plants ready. I do want those lemon cucumbers. They were so delicious. But I was showing myself with the zucchinis and squashes in the front area, and then the very front is where I was going to put broccoli and cauliflower with cucumbers and herbs around it, chamomile, thyme, rosemary. I have lovage down, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get that yet. And then peppers and tomatoes I have along the fence because they're tall and they work well together. Yeah, I might have to change this around a little bit. I have extra plants. Plus, then I have my area in the front I planned on putting stuff in. Maybe I can put these pie pumpkins up front and have them go up to spaghetti squash to pie pumpkin. Those vine. So I need to have a way for them to attach and vine, which means I need to get those cattle panels sooner than later. So I have three like miniature raised garden beds in the front that I plan on putting food in. Those might be a good place for the pie pumpkins, the spaghetti squash, and the watermelon because it needs heat and space. And excuse me. Can you say please, Mom? Can you take a breath? Thank you. Yes, gotta use our manners. Don't you just yell at me. Come on again. Oh, so I think even though I grabbed these plants and it is spaghetti squash and pie pumpkins, I think we're gonna put those. I think we're gonna put those inside of the front yard. He's throwing a fit because I would not let him climb the red lattice. I mean, I guess it is kind of like a ladder, but it's a ladder for beans, not for babies. Alrighty, let's go down in the ground. Oh, this one is coming up easily. Sorry, any worms that I cut in half. I'm very sorry for your life. But I'm also grateful for you because that means if I find some, there's many more. That there are many more. Oh, I just cut a gigantic worm in half. Oh, I am so sorry. You were not expecting to get cut in half. I know you were not. I'm so sorry, Mr. Worm. I'm so sorry. That's a bad thing about having to go and transplant stuff. Is putting it in Now we're going to go to the other part and do the same. Well, dinner is done, and parents-in-law are moving. They leave this weekend. They were supposed to hang out tonight and couldn't. My mother-in-law ended up not feeling well, so they just hung out at home. So I made a bunch of dinner, and we at least ate. It was delicious. And what? Quiet. He's drooling, and it's disgusting. Oh, let's go help the baby. Oh, watch out for poop. Climbing down. So they were supposed to come and ended up not being able to. But they brought a lovely cake. My daughter turned 12 on the 11th of May, and they weren't here for that. So they brought a cake for her birthday, and it was delicious. Red velvet. I think it's my daughter's favorite now. So yeah, we enjoyed a little bit of cake, some dinner, and held them in our hearts in memory because they leave. And after this, unless they come to Colorado, we'll be seeing them maybe once or twice a year. Maybe probably once a year, once every other year. When I do a drive across the country. But yeah, I was able to get some chamomile and a couple of like wild chive onions planted today. Hi there, come here. Oh, gotcha. He's climbing on the thing, being crazy. There you go, there you go. Step, step. Oh, he lost it at the end. That's okay. But yeah, I think I'm going to take some time and plant a couple of things here at night. See what I can get in the ground. I'd like to get as much as I can in the ground this weekend and throughout next week, because it's warm enough. It's time. It's time to get this garden going. Well, I'm going to do that. Go play with some babies. Y'all go catch your piece of the rising sun. I'm going to go catch mine. Good night.